gears a little bit. Staying on the topic of, I guess, the Bears' season before we get into our second segment, but do you think that Ryan Poles is on the hot seat? Because I have defended Poles. I think if you took a poll of all of all Bears fans,
yeah,
I would probably lean on the spectrum of defending Ryan Poles.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard to look at this roster, the way they've played, the way they've performed, and think that maybe the Bears aren't as good as I thought personnel-wise. I understand their coaching's a disaster. I understand Thomas Brown is probably in over his head, which, by the way, Thomas Brown being the coach, that's gone.
Yeah.
That
for sure.
That is not happening. But I think to myself, I'm like, maybe these players aren't as good as I thought. And the one saving grace, the one thing you can always point to and say, the Bears or Ryan Poles did this right for the Bears was the Caleb Williams trade.
Of course.
I'm not giving up faith on Caleb Williams.
No.
Please, nobody mistake this. However, I'm looking at the Panthers. Bryce Young's playing pretty good.
He is.
And, the Bears draft picks other than Caleb Williams, like Tyreek Stevenson, is he that good? Darnell Wright, is he that good? I don't know. So again, I do think that they won the trade, but maybe it wasn't the slam dunk fleece all-time trade that we thought it was. And then if you're Ryan Poles, I saw a list of players that he had let go over the past several years. Dave Montgomery, he let walk in free agency.
Yep.
Traded Roquan Smith. You let Darnell Mooney go. Darnell Mooney's having a great year with the Falcons.
Yep.
Like a lot of these players that the Bears have had, traded away Khalil Mack for a second-round pick, and then used a second-round pick to trade for Chase Claypool. These moves, a lot of misses in here. A lot of misses.
Yeah.
And, DeAndre Swift, I personally don't think that I think DeAndre Swift is a player that would benefit with a team with a really good offensive line.
Yes, I agree.
He needs to be in Detroit, in Philly, which is ironically the last two places he was.
Yep.
Or I think he would be great on Kansas City or something.
Yeah.
He does not work on the Bears with this bad offensive line.
No.
There's way too many games where he's averaging. What did he average yesterday? He averaged 2.7 yards per carry. There's too many sub-3 yard per carry games for DeAndre Swift.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Ryan Poles will be on the hot seat if he does not draft well. And we're going to go into this in our next segment, but it's really important. Obviously, he's made a lot of questionable trades and stuff like that. I agree with Mike as well. I do think he got the Caleb Williams pick correctly, and I feel like he's the best quarterback that we have ever. So I don't think he made a mistake on that, but I do think he made a mistake on, okay, let's build around Caleb and let's protect him. Just looking at the game yesterday, there was one play where he threw the ball and it slipped out of his hand.
Yeah.
Because of 49ers defense and their rush.
Yeah.
So when you are trying to rebuild the team, okay, first you get your generational quarterback. All right, you got that. Now it's time to look at what else around do I need to fix. Obviously, I think our defense has been really, really great this year. We've had some dull moments like yesterday.